Yo, can't will. And I had some concerns, and I thought, what better time than to address them than right now? So here we go. Yo. Hey, check me out. Hey. Let's have a conversation about the world and the way things are now. Come chop it up with me. But just this thing.
What's up, T-Timers, and welcome to another episode of the T for Real with your boy Marcus J. Cook. Now, if this is your first time joining us, this is a show where each and every episode, I invite people on the show to discuss with me everything that's happening in the world right now. We're discussing everything from religion to politics to music to movies to celebrity gossip and more. And of course, we got a little tea thrown in just for good measure. So if this is your first time joining us, be sure to press the subscribe button and also press the notification bell so you guys can know when we are uploading more content. Now, today's episode is a bit more serious. I wanted to address some of the most taboo topics in the Black household today. I want to talk about mental illness, about violent behavior, and suicide. Now, over 2.3 million Americans suffer from some type of mental illness, with a little under half of that actually being treated and sustained for their illness. In spite of the growing awareness, still over 800,000 people die each year through suicide. In fact, the leading cause of death for last year from 15 to 29-year-olds was suicide. From the pressures to be perfect, to make good grades, to get out of debt, to emotional trauma, toxic family pathology, abusive relationships, and low self-worth. If you have ever thought about committing suicide, if you have ever thought that your life doesn't matter, know that you have a purpose. Know that somebody in this world needs you and needs your story. Down below is going to be the 1-800 number for the National Suicide Hotline. It's going to be broadcast several times throughout the show. So if you need this, or if you know somebody who does need this, then please call, please share. They are available 24 hours a day. Now, that was a mouthful. Now, let me talk about my guest. I want to introduce these lovely ladies who have agreed to come on and share their opinions and their views with us today. She is a social and political commentator, a natural hairstylist guru, a jack of many trades, including a mixologist and all-around dope chick. Welcome to the show, Christina Hunter. Welcome to the Tea for Real.
Hi, guys. I don't have no tea. I actually have wine. It's going to be my
tea. Now, she is a musical goddess, a businesswoman, a vocal coach, a teacher,
generous,
a healer, a tribeswoman, a creative from Birmingham, Alabama. Welcome to the show, Mahagony. Mahagony, welcome.
Thank you. Hey, I don't have any wine today, but I am drinking some tea.
Hey, listen, it's the Tea for Real. So before we go on, let me just, Christina, you do so many things. Tell us about some of the businesses that you have going on, some of the products that you're working on, and what's going on with you in the future, and your social media handles so that we can get in contact with you.
Okay, well, I've been a hairstylist for like ever, and I don't stick to one genre. I focus on healthy hair first. That's always been my thing. Healthy hair care is going to be number one. And then we can go about styling and coloring and weaves and wigs and all things of that nature. I do make custom wig units. I do make natural hair and skincare products that's in development right now. I'm revamping two products that I used to sell a couple of years ago that did really well. And then just, life happened.
Yeah.
So I had to, slow down and like stuff. And then my father passed. And after my father passed, that's what really made me want to get back into it, because I want to dedicate a men's line to him. I want to have,
Beautiful.
a line for him. So that got me the gears just rolling. And I'm like, I'm just going to do this. I moved to California to be a businesswoman and work in the hair and beauty industry. And I'm going to do it. I'm also a private bartender, mixologist. I can come up with things. I can, be the bartender if you need. I can train people for you. all of that. So if you're in LA and you need a good fire dope mixologist, holler at your girl.
What is your social media handle?
My social media, you can find me on Instagram. It's t.i.n.a.beauty. So it's Tina Beauty. And the dots are there because Tina means something. It means trusting and natural allure. So like all of my products are gonna make you trust yourself naturally, your natural beauty, the natural just womanness or, manliness that you have, because I am gonna do hair care and, I am gonna do the men's care. So it's just, I started making it because stuff on the market didn't really work for me and my hair. And it was too commercialized and not, what we need as Black women with type 4 hair. So, and then there's so many different types of hair. Like my hair don't like shea butter. And I know some Black women swear by shea butter. So it's just like trial and error. And then it worked so well, I just started incorporating when I did clients. And they was like, can I buy this from you? And I wasn't even thinking about selling it. I was just, making it. And so it went from there. So I sold it for a little bit. And then, like I said, life happened and it died down. Things happened. And then it was a rebirth, like after my dad transitioned, and I was just like, you know what? He approves of this. He wants me to do good. He wants me to make people feel good about themselves naturally. So that's kind of like my purpose. Just the foundation of you has to be good, and then we can put things on that foundation,
That's right. So Mahagony. Now,
Yes.
just a little backstory about Mahagony. We have several songs together. Like, she is like a muse to me. I love her so much. I love her voice. Mahagony, tell my audience, what do you have going on? What are you working on? Some stuff for us to look forward to, and what are your social media handles so that we can be looking forward to that?
Okay, so right now I've been brewing a project. I'm working with a awesome producer, Boss Tweed, out of Atlanta. Life happens and you have to put some things on hold. I have a love-hate relationship with music because my musical MD passed away, and I just I kind of just didn't want to sing anymore. I actually wanted to retire, but another songstress that lives in Birmingham encouraged me to, keep going and not stop. So I'm working on a new project. I'm very excited about it. I will keep the album name a hush, but it does have a lot to do with the color blue, as you can see back and behind me. And I have a lip gloss line coming out. I'm currently wearing that color right now.
Hey.
Yes, and I'll keep that name on the hush too, but I promise you guys will be the first to know about it. You can find me on all social medias at Mahagony Soul, and that's SEOUL, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and did I get them in YouTube?
Awesome. So, and guys, we have two songs together. The first one's called Enough is Enough, and the second one is called The Story of Fine China. So you guys be sure to check that out.
I like this one. I like.
Thank you. The story, the artist name, the artist name is King Catwell. So you guys, just give us a listen. Now that we got introductions out of the way, let's just hop right into our show. If that's okay with you, ladies.
Thumbs up.
Awesome.
Let's go.
On July 16th, Tamar Braxton's boyfriend David called 911 after finding Tamar unresponsive in their hotel room. She had attempted suicide by mixing alcohol with her depression meds. Tamar was upset that producers of the Braxton Family Values show were using her childhood trauma of assault and rape to boost ratings. Now, the Braxton Family Value TV show was actually Tamar Braxton's idea. And since the show, she's gone on to star in a spinoff show with her ex-husband, Vince Herbert. She's gone on to do daytime TV with The Real, primetime TV with Dancing with the Stars. She now has her own show on VH1, To Catch a Competition. And she has released 4 albums. So I have to ask, and I'm going to start off with Mahagony. Mahagony.
Yes.
Is this the price of reality TV? Should Tamar be expecting the producers to use her real life to boost ratings? Or should she not be expecting that?
Okay. when you are a celebrity, you don't have a private life. You sign up for that. And if she was smart, she would have taken Beyonce's advice and kept her, business as private as possible. When you let the world in, it's hands off, really, honestly. It is kind of like the price that you have to pay being a star. Let's just say a star, period. You start to be reality. Anytime you do TV, your business is going to be out, the good, the bad, and some of the ugly.
That's right. That's right. Christina, you have started working on different sets now that you're in California. I know that you have family in the makeup industry who's worked with a lot of celebrities and possibly on sets of some of these reality shows. Should this be expected from reality show stars, that producers are going to be in your business? They're going to put it out there. They're going to try and get as many ratings as they can off of your life.
I think it should be expected to a degree. I think there should be a line of, like, when people go on interviews and say, these are my questions, you can't talk about XYZ because I'm going to leave the interview or I'm not going to participate. That should be the same way. That's something that's traumatic in the Black community, period. And for that to happen to her for years, like, that's really not their right to bring something that traumatic up. Like, she should have had it somewhere that this is something that absolutely can't be discussed or talked about, Like, I don't think that she thought that they would go that far. You get what I'm saying? Right. I don't think that she thought that they would go that far. Like, yeah, me and my husband got problems, and me and my sisters got problems, and XYZ. We signed up for this. We're in the limelight. We're the Braxtons. Everybody know us by our last name. But I didn't sign up for you to put my trauma in front of these people like that.
But if you're being real, I don't know, not to take over, but if you're being real, with everybody and you're really trying to show everything, because that's basically what they signed up for. See, I'm told in doing my research, I was told that when you sign the contract, they follow you 24/7. So whatever happens in your, in your bubble, they have a right to film it. You have to put that stuff in your contract that you don't want. So if they violated her contract, then she has grounds to sue.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now speaking of contract, and I agree more so with Mahagony, because I'm like, this is kind of what you signed up for, and without it, you wouldn't be as successful as you have afterward, because we know she did do an album in 2000, and then after that she was kind of shelved. And then, she had this resurgence once the show came back, and people got a dose of her real personality. But I do have to ask this when we're talking about contracts, Christina. She's not the first reality star to say that after their stint on reality TV, they need counseling. Nene Leakes, Teresa Judah, I think her name is. They all said, they had to go to counseling after this. Do you think that it should be a mandatory clause in the contract stating, if you need psychiatric help after this, then we can provide that for you?
It should be. It should be. It should be taken very seriously. It should be a clause just as serious as any other clause. Be as serious about your mental health as you are about your money. And you can, like she said, the Beyonce intro, you can have things, non-disclosures and things that you just refuse, that you're not gonna do, like whatever. I'm not gonna confirm this, but I still feel like even if the producers was recording 24/7, it's just some things that you don't fucking do. I'm sorry. It's just some things you don't do.
No, you can curse. It's okay. Some things you don't fucking do.
I'm glad to know that. I'm glad to know that.
It's some things that you shouldn't do. I know you're trying to get ratings, but you can get ratings off of other things. Like, you can edit around something. Like, you don't, just because you're recording it 24/7 doesn't mean you have to expose it 24/7.
Okay, I can see your point. I
I feel like, let me have a say so about how you edited my life.
You do want a sense of privacy, and that's the thing. I think that she got on there and immediately, I don't know if, because I'm always on TV and I'm always following, some people, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with another show, and I don't think we'll get in trouble if I mention it, because it's on YouTube, but it's called The Scorpion Show, and I watched them when the Braxtons first came out. Okay.
Oh, I remember exactly what you're talking about.
And she started taking their little, catchphrases and stuff. But these catchphrases are catchphrases that all of the quote unquote girls use, okay? And so she was like, oh, take several seeds and do this. And they was like, you know, you doing too much, Tamar, you doing this, you doing that. But if that's been her personality all of her life, you can't fault her for doing too much and taking people's little slangs. I mean, because, I mean, if I say bruh, that's a slang that don't belong to anybody. Nobody labeled that. Nobody, you know, copyrighted that. So for her, I'm saying that she just went in and it's like she laid everything out. She came out over the top. So I automatically, I said, does she always act like that? And as they started digging more and more into the seasons, I was like, she acts like that all the time. And I'm a diehard Tamar fan. I love her. You know, I like her. I don't think she got a fair ticket. I'm going to say that. I don't think she got a fair ticket, but all of them have issues. It's not just her. Every last one of them has issues.
I will agree with that.
Yeah, it's not just her. Now, nobody else may have tried to commit suicide, but
that we know of.
Right. Okay, because I think Tracy has issues, and I think a lot of Tamar's issues.
I think Trina has issues too.
All of them
got problems, and the only person, I think the mama has problems too.
Very much.
Absolutely.
She might be the root of all the rest of the problems.
Because she might have known about the molestations, and you know, back in that time, shut up, don't tell nobody. That's your uncle. Well, I don't know who it was. I'm just saying, if it was somebody close, like you don't want to get him in trouble, just don't. We just gonna keep you away from them, quote unquote. But you ain't gotta say nothing and mention it. That what stays in the family like that. That age, that was real like prominent and like, don't you bring nobody else in our business type of stuff. And like young girls would just be traumatized and molested and raped, and they tell somebody that they trust, and they tell them not to, you know.
Well, you are, I will share this. I think I can have a transparent moment with both of you all and the entire world that's going to view this. I'm a victim of that, and I didn't tell until I was older, and it hurt my mother's feelings. And did it have a lasting effect on me? To a degree, but I dealt with it, and I got help for that. So she's absolutely right when she says that it's one of those, if you tell somebody, you know, don't get nobody else in trouble type of scenario. And we have to start listening to our children. And we have to start checking on our friends.
That's right.
So they won't be, if you see a Facebook post that says, you know, I'm out of here, make sure they ain't, you know, got a bottle of pills and they really trying to check out.
That's right. But sis, Mahagony, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. And that leads me to another topic. Well, before we leave this topic, I want to say well wishes to Tamar Braxton and her entire family. I do think that maybe they should take a break from the show. I love seeing them. I love, you know, but I think it's time when maybe they should take a break from the cameras and just get things together. But this leads me to our next topic, because we're starting to go into protecting Black girls, and I really wanted to go touch on this. Last week, it was reported that Tory Lanez allegedly shot Megan Thee Stallion in her foot. Now, Megan took to Twitter saying that Black women are so unprotected. And as the week has progressed, some people have said, Tory Lanez friends have come out to say, and even Megan friends have come out to say that Megan was the aggressor towards Tory Lanez in this incident. But that's neither here nor there with me. I do have some questions about that. For those who don't know, they were at the Hollywood Hills with Kylie Jenner hosted a pool party. And the story says that Megan got upset because Tory was flirting with Kylie, and that's how the whole situation happened. But I had been talking to Christina before. We've been talking on Facebook a lot. And I remember her saying that, always saying, that Black women are very unprotected. I was talking to Mahagony, and we were talking about Kiara Crouch-Sheard getting engaged. And before anybody could even say congratulations to her, the first thing they started doing was tearing down her wardrobe. So I'm not a Black woman in America. I'm a Black man, and I want to be of service to you ladies. I want to know from you ladies, do you feel protected as a Black woman, and why? If Christina can start us off, because I know you've been so vocal about this, as a Black woman in America, do you feel protected? And give us reasons why.
I absolutely do not. I feel like you can't, all Black women are going to look out for each other, so we're not going to always protect each other, because Black women can be catty and can be jealous. A man can, you know, make a rift between, you know, when I've personally known Black women that helped a Black man set another Black woman up. Like, how you get, you know, like that's so. And then me personally, I've experienced, like I said, I bartended, and I left a job behind that. It was like 2 Black male coworkers there that night, and like 6 or 7 Black guys at my bar. You know, some of them was white women, and you know, it was people, and there was this white guy that was drunk and was trying to come at me behind the bar. Like, literally, he was throwing shit. He was demanding that I come over there on him, and he was talking about how he gonna fuck Black women and how he do this and that and the third to Black women, and to meet him in a parking lot. All the while, these Black men are just sitting there listening to this man disrespect me, watching him throw shit at me, watching him trying to climb across the bar and get across the ice and shit to come at me. It took the owner's son, a white guy, to go get his daddy to be like, it's some shit going down at the bar, like she needs some help. When I got 2 Black male coworkers and a few Black men at this bar that are all just looking at me and not even saying, hey, bruh, you know, don't talk to her like that and nothing like that. Like, they just literally sat there. The white guy had to call the police.
I am so sorry.
And I had to, like, literally get walked to my car and, like, get followed by the police, because they didn't know if the dude had stuck around to watch me leave or none of that. And it just made me feel like, damn, if I'm not your sister or you don't want to fuck me, like, you're not going to look out for me as a Black man. Because there's been times that I've been harassed and yelled at fucking gas stations because I won't give a nigga my number. And now I am going to give it to you because I don't want you to shoot me.
Jesus.
Like, and it's just like, you expect us to be on the front line when you get shot in the street or something happens to you. But when the same thing happens to a Black woman, you know, you only let negative shit about Black women come out your mouth. You got you a white bitch or a foreign bitch and you want to down your Black women. You can keep us out your mouth and still enjoy your non-Black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be related to us to protect us, because I don't know half of these niggas that I be out here at the protests and shit for. I don't know you niggas. I don't.
Right.
I don't know you. I feel like it's not right for them to be shooting you and killing you down in the street like an animal just because you're a Black man. I'm going to love and protect you even though I don't get the same in return. Like, my daddy is gone. So any love and protection I feel from a Black man is just questionable at this point. Maybe my uncles, you know, but even some of my male cousins got questionable behavior. So it's just like.
Well, let me ask Mahagony. Mahagony, as a Black woman, do you feel protected, and what can we do to serve you better?
I'm gonna say she brought it. She made some very, very valid points, some very good points. So on that note, I don't know if is it, you know, when you have a passing of, you know, like a male figure in your life, you kind of feel like, you know, not protected. My brothers are very protective of me, but just being out, you know, and about, I don't know if there's a lack of respect for, I'm going to say Black women first, and then I'm going to say women in general, because
Okay.
I see a lot of it. But as for us, I mean, I don't feel protected in regards of if I'm out with my girls, because I'm the curvier one, I get, you know, picked on and I get singled out. And
The cat calls and stuff.
Right, yeah. And, you know, as if, and then you always get the number one rule is, oh, you got a pretty face. Okay, so the rest of me is trash, you know. And so though, you know, when you start tearing down people's character, people's, you know, their appearance, that gives you a sense of vulnerability. And then you start feeling insecure about yourself, and then you start feeling scared, you know? Like when I go and walk my dogs, the only security I know is that they're going to protect me. I want that same protection from people. And we don't get that as you know, African American women, we don't get that. You know, we don't, I feel more safe with my dogs than I do when we're out in a group setting, because I know they're gonna bite somebody.
I printed out my gun application last night. I'm not playing with these people.
Right.
It's just like I have seen other people be more protected and made to feel more fragile than Black women. Like, it's no difference between us and the Kardashians or a white woman or a Latina woman.
And
we got attitudes, but the Latina woman is spicy and it's cute and stuff like that. Like, you know.
Yeah. I'm with you, because you know, when you said that, it's like, okay, what makes them any different from us? Mm-hmm. For one. For two, I mean, if I'm covered up or if I'm not covered up, what makes that different from anybody else? Because my homegirl smiling skinny, you got to walk up to her and you want to talk to her, and then I'm sitting over here like, you know, veal. I'm not making it a weight issue, but I'm making it a female issue, because even us as females, some of us don't protect our own. We don't protect.
And that's what I said. And it's sad. It's the saddest shit.
Where's the girl code? The girl code that I was raised up on. Where's that girl code now with my good girlfriends?
That's right.
And honestly, where's the street code for these niggas? No women and no children. These men out here shooting kids. These Black men out here killing women. You out here killing children. No, it ain't no real OGs left. They tell you don't mess with the women and the children. You know, but yeah,
in my hometown, and for you to say that, I was born and raised in Cali. So for you to even say you don't feel protected right there, I know that the times have changed.
Well, you guys, Black men, you heard it here first. Make sure we need to step up our game. Our sisters do not feel protected, and I really hated that. And I'm glad that we got that out in the open. So I want to ask this question, back to the story with Megan. Is it ever okay? Ever okay? And I have to ask it. I really want your honest opinion.
I'm first up and ready.
Yeah, I see. Is it ever okay for a man to shoot a woman, no matter his size, her size, who is the aggressor? Tell me your thoughts, Mahagony. I see you got your hand up. Tell me what you think.
Let me sip this tea.
Okay, sip the tea.
First of all,
okay.
And I may use a cuss word 2 or 3. First of all, there are Black women who will beat a man's ass. Okay. So in those regards, I say protect yourself. She is like, how tall is she? Because I mean,
6 feet, if she's not 6 feet.
Okay. And
she's 6'2".
She's 6'2" in a 4-inch heel. This woman is almost 6'10", beating him up in the club, and all he wants to do is get her off of him. So let's go back to Harlem Nights when Della Reese was about to whoop Sugar's ass, okay?
In the pinky toe.
Right. And what did he say? If you don't get your big ass off of me, I'm going to shoot you in the pinky toe. That's same rule. I know we laughing. Same rule applies. But she was drunk. She was drunk.
That's right.
And it was said in my research that she does not know how to handle her alcohol.
That's right.
So there's some issues. There's some issues right there. But come on, I mean, I don't think a Black man should be just pulling out I was always told, if you're going to pull out a gun, you better be ready to use it.
Listen. Christina, do you think a Black man should be able to defend himself in a position like Tory Lanez was in?
No. Listen. She didn't shoot at him. Why the fuck you shooting at her? Gotcha. If anything, I can see you shoving her off of you. Okay, cool, because she whooped your ass and you shoved her. Okay, yeah, I'm not, but she didn't pull out no gun, no knife, she didn't pull out a weapon on you. You do not need to pull out a weapon on her. Like, you just embarrassed because you getting your ass beat by a woman. So
Hold
you
on.
know it makes you feel a certain way. But there's no weapons involved. You know what I'm saying?
What was her team at?
To a fist fight. Like
What was her team at, Christine?
I would have respected you more for pushing her ass off of you versus shooting her in the foot.
What was her team at though, y'all? What was her team like? The people that go out with her protection and stuff.
She had her best friend with her. She had her best friend with her, and her best friend was also in the Jeep at the time of the shooting. So she did have people with her, and I guess he had some people with him too. I want to ask this question because I saw online where a lot of people were saying she should have checked Kylie instead of checking Tory. Now, I just feel like if Tory your man, like you need to check your man first. Like that other chick don't owe you nothing. I don't care how close y'all is. They don't owe you nothing, but your dude owe you proper respect, especially if you there.
Kardashians are trash, but
listen. But and that's just how I feel. Like, you know, your dude owe you that, especially if you there. Like, that's just proper respect.
Don't disrespect me in my face.
You know, you feel me? So I'm like, I understood where Megan was coming from, but she had to do the man like that now. Like, and he didn't have to do her like that.
And he didn't have to shoot her. You just, your feelings hurt, your ego bruised. That's the only reason you shot her is because she was whooping your ass.
Let me ask you this then. Well, let me ask you this then. Okay. Since Marcus said, okay, is it ever right? Okay, so if it's not right he could have been in the same situation that Chris Brown was in when he was fighting Rihanna, because he didn't shoot her. They got into a fit. I'm talking about there was bruises and stuff from what happened with them.
Right.
So either way, he was damned if he shot her, if he was damned if he put his hands on her.
But he wasn't gonna beat her ass like that though, cause she's
a big girl.
One of them.
So you guys, again, I have to say, I want to wish Megan well a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
Tory Lanez, I know he has Tory Lanez has a bunch of negative presses about to come his way, and I wish him strength too, and everybody that's involved. I want to move on because we don't have a lot of time left, and I want to play this game that I got set up for us. So I want to move on to our next topic. This week has been a rough one, but this week has also been really hard for one of music's most celebrated geniuses, Kanye West. Kanye West suffers from bipolar disorder and has been in a media spectacle in the press for this month regarding his presidency bid, his makeshift press rally, his erratic tweets, his new music, his album, and his song entitled after his mom, Donda. Now, I just have to ask, these antics that keep happening, do we think that this is just a ploy to sell records by Kanye? Because it seems like every time he's in the media and he does his outlandish stuff, he has a project coming out.
Something coming.
What do we think, Christina? What do we think?
I'm gonna let Christine tell you.
Yes.
I don't know. Like, it could be something. Like, you know, it said that he started the choir, you know, because when you at church, you don't get taxed, so they save the money on taxes. So that's why he's doing gospel music and had the choir. Like, right. I feel like he do a long game with everything that he does. So it's like, with his mental health, that yes, we know that you suffer from mental health issues, but we know that you're smart too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So are you playing us? Are you using your mental health to help your business? Or are you really reaching out and crying out for like some legit help?
Right.
Your wife ain't doing you no good. Like I feel like she only fuck with him when stuff is beneficial for her. Because you should have known as a wife, him talking about running for president, that he was going through something. You should have known as a wife, but you looking at yourself as a first lady, like not as this man's wife. Because exactly. him being president benefits you. So I feel like a lot of stuff that he has been saying lately, like they do something's wrong with that family. And like the men that do get away from them, they always flourish and prosper afterwards. Like those women do something to men. Like I don't know what it is, but it's always something's always wrong with them. And then when they get away from them, the men are. But Lamar Odom is like looks like he ain't never been on crack.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I'm serious. You know, like they seem to flourish after they get from under that grasp, and I just feel like Kim ain't really for him, and I feel like he really is afraid for his daughters because, like, shit, look at how Kim mama did her to get them in the limelight and get them to make money.
Mahagony.
Like, it's a fine line. Like, I don't know. You know, like, I don't know.
I'm scared.
Or are you trying to get these album sales to pop off and shit? Like, I don't know.
I don't either. That's what I'm asking y'all.
let me say,
Mahagony, what you think?
If his mother, let's go back to the root real quick. His mother died abruptly. That was her. I'm not gonna tell you that was her choice to die. She went in for a simple procedure, and it wasn't expected. The procedure, it wasn't expected for her to come out. He found out while he was on stage in the middle of a concert. He's never dealt with his issues with his mother dying. Okay, so because of that, he's had issues. He's been looking for that place or where he belongs. It was only him and her. There was nobody else. Yep. Where's the rest of his family at? You know, I'm talking about biological family. Where's the rest of right? Where's the rest of his family at? I feel like Kim sought after Kanye. I don't think that Kanye went after her.
No, I think it's true because notice when she first got married, like she didn't take that motherfucking last name and they got divorced in like 2 or 3 months or something like that. Right. She married him and immediately took his last name.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm
saying?
She
sought after him. She sought after him.
That's what I'm saying. I think like she had
secured the bag. She secured the bag with the kid.
She did. She did.
Well, you guys, I want to say, like, we don't have much time left, so I gotta end the Kanye story with that. Kanye, like, you my favorite everything, my favorite rapper, my favorite producer, my favorite artist, like my favorite everything. I just wish you good mental health, bro. And I wish you positive vibes coming your way. I don't know whether or not this is for show or not, but I do know that you are loved. Your talent is very much appreciated, and we wish you well. Now, again, I told you guys, if you are watching this and you have thought about suicide, if you have thought about not being with us anymore, the 1-800 number for the National Suicide Hotline is down below. They are available 24 hours a day, so be sure to put it to use. Share this number with somebody who you know may be going through some things. Now, let's play the game. This game is called Who Did It? I'm going to read you guys a question, and each one of you have to guess which artist we talked about today this question is about, whether it was Tamar, Megan Thee Stallion, or Kanye West. Okay? Okay. This artist tested their music on food delivery drivers before releasing it. Christina, was that Megan, Tamar, or Kanye?
Megan.
Mahagony, Megan, Tamar, or Kanye?
I gotta go with Megan.
That was actually Kanye West. According to Q-Tip, Kanye West tested My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy album out on delivery drivers as they brought both of them food in the studio in Hawaii. Question. This artist's single shot up to iTunes within 24 hours, selling 84,000 downloads. Christina, is that Tamar, Megan, or Kanye?
Megan.
Mahagony, Tamar, Megan, or Kanye?
Kanye.
That was actually Tamar. Yeah, Tamar Braxton's single Love and War.
We wrong.
Tamar Braxton's single Love and War debuted at number 3 on the R&B hip hop digital charts on iTunes.
Hey, respect, Tamar.
Yeah. Question. This artist collab with Beyonce in a remix to a song that was meant for an entirely different artist?
Megan.
Christina.
Megan.
Mahagony.
Meg.
That was actually Kanye West.
Oh, hell.
So, Kanye West collaborated with Beyonce on the song Ego that was originally meant for Chrisette Michele for her Epiphany album.
No, shut the front door.
Really?
Yeah. All right, so question. This artist this artist shares the same zodiac sign with other musicians such as Kelly Rowland, Brandy, and Alicia Keys. Christina, is that Tamar, Megan, or Kanye?
Tamar.
Mahagony, Tamar, Megan, or Kanye shares the same sign with Kelly Rowland, Brandy, or Alicia?
Tamar.
It's actually Megan. Megan is an Aquarius. Her birthday is February 15th. Okay, question. This artist won Record of the Year in 2013 and Song of the Year in 2013 at the Soul Train Music Awards. Is that Megan, Tamar, or Kanye? Christina?
Kanye.
Mahagony, Megan, Tamar, or Kanye?
Tamar.
That was Tamar Braxton. Tamar Braxton won for Love and War at the Soul Train Music Awards. So I got one more.
Lord. Can I get 1 point?
I'm gonna sneak you the answer.
This artist owns 10 Burger King franchises. Christina, is that Tamar, Kanye, or Megan?
Megan.
Mahagony, Tamar, Kanye, or Megan owns 10 franchises of Burger King.
Kanye.
That is indeed Kanye West. He owns 10 Burger Kings across Europe. That's right, in Europe. So, so the
Ain't nothing
winner.
wrong with him. He don't have no mental illness. He's too smart to have a mental illness.
So the winner of this Who Did It is Mahagony, the lady Mahagony. So you guys, ladies, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for sharing your views and your opinions. We appreciate that. Tea Timers, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I enjoy my time with you. Again, be sure the suicide hotline number is below. If you are having thoughts of suicide, please call 24 hours a day. You guys come back so you can find out what's the tea for real, and we will see you guys next episode. Thank you, ladies. Y'all have a good night.
Yo, can't will. And I had some concerns, and I thought, what better time than to address them than right now? So here we go. Yo. Hey, check me out. Hey. Let's have a conversation about the world and the way things are now. Come chop it up with me. But just a second. About